Find the value of the blue area. Label points A, B, C and D. Join line AB. Let angle ABC equals to theta. From triangle ABC. Line AC divided by line BC equals tan theta, which equals to 5 divided by 2. By trigonometric identity. The reciprocal of the square of cosine theta equals the sum of 1 and the square of tan theta, which equals 29 divided by 4. After simplification of substituted value. Cross-multiply and solve for the square of cosine theta. We have that. The square of cosine theta equals to 4 divided by 29. Take the square root of the equation. Cosine theta equals the square root of 4 divided by 29, which equals to 2 divided by the square root of 29. We call it equation 1. By Pythagoras' theorem. The square of line AB equals the sum of the square of line BC and the square of line AC. Substitute values and we have that. The square of line AB equals the sum of the square of 2 and the square of 5, which equals to 29. Find the square root of the equation. Line AB equals the square root of 29. Join line AD. By cosine rule. The square of line AD equals the sum of the square of line AB and the square of line BD minus 2 times the product of line AB and line B, D times cosine theta plus 90 degrees. Substitute values. We have that. The square of line AD equals the sum of the square root of 29 and the square of 4 minus 2 times the product of 4 and the square root of 29 times cosine theta plus 90 degrees. We simplify our equation to have that. The square of line AD equals 45 minus 8 times the product of the square root of 29 and cosine theta plus 90 degrees. We call it equation 2. By trigonometric identity. Cosine theta plus 90 degrees equals negative sine theta. But sine theta equals the square root of 1 minus the square of cosine theta. Substitute equation 1 into this equation. We have that. Sine theta equals the square root of 1 minus the square of 2 divided by the square root of 29, which equals 5 divided by the square root of 29. This implies that sine theta equals 5 divided by the square root of 29. Hence, cosine theta plus 90 degrees equals negative sine theta, which equals to negative 5 divided by the square root of 29. Substitute into equation 2. The square of line AD equals the sum of 45 and 40, which equals to 85. As shown on the screen. Take the square root of the equation. It follows that line AD equals the square root of 85. Label point E. Consider triangle ABE. Use Pythagoras' theorem. The square of line AD equals the sum of the square of line AE and the square of line DE. Substitute value, so that the square of the square root of 85 equals the sum of the square of line labeled AE and the square of 7. It signify that the square of line AE equals to 36. After simplification of substituted values. Take the square root of the equation. Line AE equals the square root of 36, which equals to 6 centimeters. By Pythagoras' theorem, the square of line CD equals the sum of the square of line BC and the square of line BD. Substitute values and we have that the square of line CD equals the sum of the square of 2 and the square of 4, which equals to 20. Take the square root of the equation. It implies that line CD equals the square root of 20. Label point G. Consider the trapezium ACDG. Its area equals half of the sum of line CD and line AG times line DG. Where line DG equals line AE and line AG equals line DE, it is because the opposite side lengths of a rectangle are equal. Substitute values and we have that its area equals the product of 3 and the sum of the square root of 20 and 7 in square centimeters, after simplification of substituted values. The white area equals area of trapezium ACDG minus area of triangle BCD, which equals to the sum of 6 times the square root of 5 and 17 in square centimeters. After simplification of substituted values, as shown on the screen. Hence, the blue area equals the area of rectangle AOEDG minus the white area, which equals 6 times 7 minus 6 times the square root of 5 plus 17. The result equals to 25 minus the product of 6 and the square root of 5 in square centimeters. Therefore, the required value of the blue area equals to 25 minus the product of 6 and the square root of 5 in square centimeters, or 11.58 square centimeters to 2 decimal places.